All right, everybody, welcome back to the bench. So today we're going to talk about the Gen 3 Shield Arms mags. We're going to go over the Gen 2s real quick, some of my issues. I'm going to do a recap of that, and then we're going to go into how everything's been going right now and the 1,000 rounds that I put through both of these magazines. Huge shout out to Brownells, by the way. They are a channel sponsor, and I can't thank them enough. They did send out the magazines, they sent out the ammo, they sent out a lot of stuff for this test, and I can't thank them enough for what they've done for the channel. So you go over there, use code BOP10. They're an incredible company. I highly suggest pick up some Gen 3 Shield mags. I mean, they have plenty in stock right now, and I actually think that's pretty cool. The Gen 3 Shield mags have been working pretty well so far. I've got 1,000 rounds through both of these mags, and I haven't had any issues other than ammo related, and all of which were not caught on camera because I've had some failures to detonate with shitty ammo, things like that. Now I've run 115 grain range dynamics, I've run 124 grain solar envelop, both of which I've not had any issues with my ammo, and then I've run arms core 124 grain. That one I've had some issues with, like shitty primers. That's just how that works. I haven't had any problems. Now, or just a quick recap on the Gen 2s. I was having some issues with the original Gen 2 15 round mag. I ended up sending that back, and I also polished the feed ramp on here. Still had issues with the Gen 2 that I hadn't sent back yet. I tested it, and then it was still having issues, but then my 20 rounder, I didn't have any issues with. So I just kept the 20 rounder, I sent this guy back, and then I just carried every day with the 20 rounder, which was kind of ridiculous because it sticks out a lot and it wasn't fun. So, Glock 43X TLR70 sub, Apex trigger. Apex makes a fantastic trigger. Holosun EPS carry. I will be doing a review on this very soon. I like the Holosun. It is just a fantastic little optic, and it's been abused quite a lot. So we're going to talk about that here in the future. But as of right now, I've been really enjoying just shooting this gun, and it's kind of fun. All right, so I've got about 1,000 rounds through these, actually just over 1,000 rounds. Today at the range, I shot about 400-ish, so that was quite a lot, and it hurts. Let me go ahead and say, shooting a really small concealed carry gun for 400 rounds is still fun, but it can be quite painful, especially when you're getting fatigued, and I kind of ran most of this the middle of the range days. Let's go ahead and talk about the Gen 2s. I did have an issue with the Gen 2s. I put out a video stating that I didn't think that they were worth buying, and I'm not gonna lie, I still think the Gen 2s probably have some manufacturing issues. I still haven't had an issue with my new Gen 2 15 rounder. Brownells was kind enough. They do have a forever satisfaction guarantee, so if you ever find a product that you get and it's defective, you contact Brownells and they will do everything they can to make it right. They have that. It's on original purchasers only. It doesn't carry over to your friends if you decide to sell them that, but the new Gen 2, no issues. Gen 3s really made me eat crow. I said do not buy the Gen 2s, and I'm kind of still standing by that. If you're going to buy them, buy the Gen 3s. I mean, the Gen 3s are really good. I haven't had any issues. I've actually talked to a couple people local in my area. I actually met a guy at a match who ran a Glock 48 ported, and he ran a bunch of Gen 2s and a couple of Gen 3s, and he had no issues. Maybe his gun just was better than mine. I have no idea, but he had no issues, and I thought that was actually pretty cool. So it's kind of what made me hop on the bandwagon of getting a couple of these. So Brownells was kind enough to send these over, and yeah, I've had no issues. As we can kind of see, I will take this apart real quick, or not take it apart. So if you guys are looking, it doesn't really look like the profile of the followers have changed whatsoever. It does look like they are the exact same, where we're not getting any issues. It's where your magazine or your slide latch catches right there. It does not look like the followers have changed whatsoever. It doesn't look like the springs on the inside have changed whatsoever. So that's a couple of different things. Really, the aesthetic here is, I believe they rigidized the ridge even more, and then they added these little spines on the back. So the Gen 3s have actually been performing really well. As I said, I've got over 1,000 rounds with these guys. I did shoot some Hornady federal professional defense today. I shot 30 rounds of these, 15 in each mag. That was quite expensive. And then I shot some critical defense. I'm kind of cycling through this because this is what I bought during COVID when I couldn't really get a ton of ammo because, well, you know, the world happened and a lot of stupid people did a lot of stupid things. So I'm cycling through a lot of this older stuff that I had. I'm going to still carry some of these sometimes, but I like the HSTs. The 147 grain HSTs just this seem better. Plus, these are what the cops in my area carry. So if you're out there, run usually what the cops in your local area carry, because that's most of the time is a good defensive ammo. Most cops don't really know anything about it. They just do what their department tells them to. But the 147 and the 124 grain HSTs are authorized out here. I think the only ones I've been able to find right now are 147 grain. I would like to get the 124 grain because the 147 grain are very punchy, but the 124 grains are really nice. And then I don't know if they make a 115 grain HST, but that would actually be pretty cool. Now, as I said, these mags have had to make me eat crow, but I don't know, and I couldn't tell you for certain if these are the magazines that I would honestly, you know, I do have to test things. I do. It's part of the channel. It's part of kind of what I go through, and I don't like things that aren't kind of proven to me. I will put stuff on guns and do things like that, but I also know that things kind of, I personally feel that I should have to test everything that comes across here, and I know not a lot of people will. And that's one of the stamps that I kind of can't put on the Shield Arms mags because I had so many issues with the Gen 2s. I know they're changing their manufacturing process, and these are made now in the USA 100%. But as you guys can tell, I'm a big fan of what Shield Arms has done, but I'm still just not like forever sold on these mags. And that's one of those things. Like when it's like you know, when a girl cheats on you, and you kind of have to deal with that, and then you have to deal with the fallout of that. You're never going to be trusting of that person again. It's kind of like that. You know, this magazine cheated on me, and I have to deal with the fallout of that. And it's one of those things that you just have to go through. So I think that it's a good thing. I think that I can kind of help prove some stuff out. I mean, Shield Arms doesn't send out any ammunition or magazines or anything like that. As I said, Brownells did provide this stuff, but they have no clue whether or what I say. This is a good product. I like this product. I will also state that it still needs to be proven. There are a ton of people out there putting out the data, and I'm going to be another data point in there. So far, I've got 1,000 rounds through 2 mags, and they've been performing really well. I'm going to probably pick up a couple more. We're going to mark the old mags, and we're going to run the new ones, and I'm going to keep testing. And I will buy these next set of magazines, so they're not sent out, and I'm not giving you guys like some sort of biased review or anything like that. It's literally just how I feel about some of these products. And I hope you guys enjoy my thoughts on this. If you guys have any other questions, I don't think there are a ton to be had, but post your stories down below. And as always, I like to like and comment on everybody's post. If you're out there, I can't thank you enough for watching. Thank you guys so much. As always, go check out Brownells. Use code BOP10 on anything. Yeah, as always, guys, be a hoodlum.